We've all seen these videos online. You know, the ones that say, just start. As if to say starting a YouTube channel today is some instant life-altering switch you can just flip on. And look, sometimes it is, right? But for most of us, it isn't. So why am I here saying the same thing that everyone else is saying? And why do I keep telling my friends and my family, especially the ones in their 30s, to just give it a shot? You know why? Because starting YouTube later in life isn't about the blowing up. It's about finding your footing again in a place where you might feel a little bit lost. I started my YouTube in my mid-20s with no master plan. I didn't want fame. I didn't want money. I just wanted a place to create, somewhere to put the ideas down from my head. But what I didn't realize was that every upload was doing something even bigger. My skills improved, a few people showed up and started watching, but the real value, it filled a gap I didn't even know how to name. There's this thing a lot of us, especially men, carry in our 20s and our 30s, this pressure to be something, to win, to succeed, to climb. We're taught that if we don't hit these certain milestones by a certain age, then we failed as a man. It's outdated, but it's wired so deep within inside of us. And sure, some people hit it, yeah? They chase the ladder, they reach the top, they get their success. But the rest of us, we start feeling like we fell behind somehow, like we've missed our turn, like everyone else has got the manual on how to succeed, but we didn't get it. That feeling of, am I actually anything special? Will I ever amount to anything? And I felt that deeply. In my 20s, I kind of felt like I was a complete underachiever. Yeah, sure, I was doing interesting things, but nothing that felt secure. Nothing that looked like it was going to be a future for me, in my own head. And that's the exact moment when you should start a YouTube channel. Because at this point, you're not trying to chase fame. You're not trying to get rich, I hope. But you're trying to fill that void that you've been feeling. YouTube's hard. It's uncomfortable. Some weeks you just want to quit entirely, but it's also a constant, and that's important. It's a steady pulse beating away in the background of your life. A place where your thoughts, silly or serious, can live. A place where you can look back years later and actually see who you've become and who you were before the grays settled in, before the doubts, before life got way louder. And here's what YouTube has given me over time. I've gained skills that I've learned alone inside my bedroom, skills that turn into real-world opportunities. Videos that are like a living CV that open doors I couldn't even knock on before. A visual diary that I'll have now forever for me and for my family. A platform that I can speak honestly on, openly with you guys. And yeah, slowly, a way to put something aside for the future. People think YouTube is a get-rich-quick scheme. And let me tell you, it's definitely not. And I think people are starting to realize that more now. YouTube's more of a pension. You don't expect your pension to pay you out tomorrow, not in this age. You build it bit by bit over years, constantly, patiently. YouTube is a delayed career. You start it now, you show up week in, week out, you learn, you fail publicly, you grow publicly, and one day this thing you did 3 hours a week starts to pay a bill. Then it starts to pay your rent. Then it grants you a freedom you never had before. But every year you delay starting it, you push that timeline back for yourself. The skills I learned on YouTube has gifted me friends for life. I've worked with brands I once thought were absolutely untouchable. Built a body of work that proves even on my worst days, I got up and I did something. And most importantly, it taught me how to sit with rejection. Constant, over and over, 10 out of 10 video rejection. But still, how to keep going when nobody's there even watching. How to create when I feel super small and like I'm not achieving anything. Because you'll upload, and trust me, at first it feels like no one will see you. You'll question absolutely everything. You'll feel invisible. And one day you're just gonna say, you know what, I quit, I need to just step away from this thing. And then weirdly, you start to miss it. You start to miss filming, you start to miss editing, you start to miss uploading. You miss putting a piece of yourself into the world permanently from your smiley corner of it. So if you're feeling lost, if you feel unqualified, if you feel like life hasn't handed you a clear path just yet, then start. Learn what it takes to show up here daily. Learn a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of editing, learn some discipline when it comes to it, some confidence in it. Because I promise you, one of these skills will unlock doors you didn't even know existed yet. And one day you'll look back and realize you didn't start YouTube to become someone else. You just started YouTube to find yourself and fill the gap.